Hello guys and gals, Buffalo here. You know, my whole life I've been a shooter of some form or another. Looking back, when I was a little kid with a Daisy Red Ryder BB gun, all the way up to now with the guns that I own today, it's just always been fun for me. I always found it exciting. I've never got bored with it. It's just what I've always liked to do. Now, I call myself a recreational shooter, meaning that I'm not really a competition shooter. I do dabble in it. I'll go shoot a competition once or maybe twice a year, just to remind myself at how bad I suck when compared to really good shooters. You know, a man needs to know his limitations sometimes. But over my lifetime of shooting, and I am a hunter, by the way, I do hunt, but that's just a very small fraction of my shooting. 99.9% of it is spent right here at my little pistol range here behind my home. But over my lifetime of shooting, there's been a few game changers along the way. And one of those game changers was shooting steel targets. When you shoot that target rocks and you get that visual feedback of a hit, then you get that pa-ding, that ringing comes back and confirms that hit. Man, it's just addictive. If you guys haven't shot steel, I recommend you go out, find a club, have a buddy take you, or go on your own and get out and try shooting some steel targets. You know, take somebody experienced with you, of course, to show you the ropes and show you some of the safety aspects of it, keeping a safe distance and things like that. But go give it a try. You'll really enjoy it. Now, since I started shooting steel targets, I've amassed a pretty good little collection. I've got 15 or 20 steel plate targets, varying in quality wildly. Different manufacturers and different types of steel, mild steel, hardened steel. Just they're a jumbled mess of different quality of targets. So when I got this RST target from Defense Targets, I'll be honest, I didn't really know what to expect. Like I say, quality can vary wildly with things like this, but after I got it out and shot it, and I've had it here, I've had it for over a month. I haven't had it on camera because I keep it off camera while I'm evaluating something. I don't want to give away what I'm doing, but I've had it off camera and I've shot it quite a bit. Really like it. It's actually become my favorite target. So I wanted to go ahead and get this video out of the way so I can move this thing over here and it can be the centerpiece of my videos from here on. You guys are going to see this thing a lot. So let's take a look at it. I put together a little time lapse here. This is me getting the target and target stand out of the USPS flat rate shipping box. Now, this is more than just a target. It's actually a target package. It comes with its own stand, a really heavy duty unit that you bolt together. It does include the hardware to bolt it together with. I went ahead and hung it up and just put a coat of black primer on it to protect it from the elements. Just Rust-Oleum out of a spray can to help keep it from rusting. Now, that USPS flat rate shipping container there, by them fitting it into that, it really cuts down on the shipping costs. And in fact, they advertise this target with the shipping included in the price, which is kind of unusual. If you've done any shopping around for steel targets online, you'll think sometimes you've come across a good deal until you put that target in your cart and do your shipping estimate. Then you realize, you know, wow, that's really expensive to get this thing shipped. It's nice that they go ahead and put the shipping in the price so you know right up front what you're getting. As of today's date, this thing goes for 180 bucks shipped. And this is a really popular target. I think it's their most popular target. And I can see why. It's really mobile. You can move this thing around easily. The only thing that you need to add is a 2x4. And I'll show you that here in just a second. Show you how portable this target is. Here, I'm bolting up the stand. Bolts together really simple. As I was saying, the hardware is supplied. Just really impressed with the sturdiness of this unit. It's just really well made. Now, looking on their website at their terms of agreement, I see that they rate this target for handgun ammunition that does not exceed 1,500 feet per second, and the minimum distance to shoot handguns at this target would be 10 yards, which is pretty much the industry standard. I know I certainly don't like to shoot steel targets any closer than 10 yards with any gun. You get closer than that, and the risk of being hit with a piece of a bullet fragment just really increases if you get any closer than 10 yards. Now, rifle ammunition, they recommend no greater than 3,200 feet per second, and the minimum distance to shoot it with a rifle would be 75 yards. Now, I've shot it closer than 75 yards. I don't recommend anybody get out and do that, but all I have here is a pistol range. Almost all of my shooting on steel plates is done with pistols or pistol caliber carbines. That's what I set this range up for, so I don't do much rifle shooting. That being said, this target will probably last me a lifetime. It will last me many years, no doubt. Now, this target is AR-500, which is the really hard stuff, really abrasion resistant. It's 3/8 inch thick. It's 20 inches tall. I think it's 9.5 wide here, 5 3/4 wide up here. Basically, the A and B portion of an IPSC target and a little more, part of the C zone. But the real genius of this target is the way it hangs. It's got a steel hook bolted on the back, and the way that target hangs, it gives really good acoustics when it's hit. I'll show you at the end of the video. We'll close out with some shooting, but it just rings out really well, and to me that's important. I do a lot of YouTube videos, as you guys know, so I like for the camera to be able to pick up that feedback of that sound, and I use a background dampening microphone, so if the target doesn't ring real good, you're not going to hear it real well. I don't think that'll be an issue with this target. But the way that target hangs, it's got that clip on the back. This target, you can move it around the range really easy. You just pick it up and carry it around wherever you want it. Also breaks down just super simple. If you want to throw this in the hatch of a small car, you can do so quite easily. Just breaks down just like that. Now I've got it. You can adjust the height just by changing the length of your 2x4. I've got this long one on it just to make it easier for the video. With this short backstop, I would actually use a shorter 2x4, something like this. And you can change the height just that easily. Just a really great target. You guys that are subscribers to the channel, you're going to see this thing used a lot. I'm going to have it over here. Any video I'm shooting steel on, you're going to see me shooting this. Fresh coat of paint. Makes it look like new again. Let's put 5 rounds of 44 Magnum on it. Why 5 rounds, you ask? Well, don't ask so many questions, okay? All right, let's hit it with a few rifle rounds. We got 10 rounds of Perfecta 55 grain FMJ. We're at 75 yards. All right, I just wanted to shoot it a few times to show you guys the difference. These where the 44 Magnum hit is just paint. I can't feel any indentation at all where the 44 Magnums hit. Now where the 223 rounds hit, I can feel just a tiny, it's just a bit more than the paint. It would take a lot of those to wear this target out. Now you can wear the target out. It's not meant to last forever. but if treated properly, it'll last a very long time. And here on my range where I shoot, I shot the rifle here on this target just to demonstrate, but I shoot mostly handgun rounds, so this target will last me a very, very long time. Of course, weak point will be the bolts and the 2x4. Those will probably have to be replaced from time to time. But that's all I really got today. Of course, a little spray with the spray can. Gets it looking like new again. See those divots from the rifle round a little better with the fresh paint on there. Not much to see really. That's all I got. You guys take her easy. I'll talk at you again soon.